We're back. What's up, y'all? Back with another video. If you hear a loud echo, it's because today is moving day.
Yay!
Yeah, like if you guys have been keeping up with our journey, it's kind of weird hearing this echo up in here now that I'm talking. But we're moving back.
North.
Yeah, moving back north. You guys don't know where that's at, but if you do, we're just moving out of here. We've been here how many years?
He asked me this question like every other week.
Answer the damn question.
Don't get smart. That's another thing. He been getting smart lately. I'm gonna go upside his head. Um, July of 2021.
Okay.
So about 2 years and some change.
Right. I just thought it would be a cool video. We're gonna go over some other things as well, but I thought it would be a cool video to kind of record because, like I told you guys, like this is our journey, and one day, Junior as well as our other kids that we're gonna be having, if we do have other kids, we want to, but we'll see what happens.
Oops, sorry.
Did you flash them?
No, I had a bra on, but I just like pulled my shirt down like this too far on accident.
They'll be able to reference these videos to see what mommy and daddy started. We don't come from a rich background or a silver spoon, right?
He
So,
does.
no, I don't.
His mom was a hustler.
Yeah, she was a hustler, but that don't mean we were rich. Yeah, my
I
mom
was-
had to work hard for that money.
I was just kidding. Yeah, she did work hard. Now shut up.
You shut up.
You
and
shut
stop
up.
kidding. I'm not in the mood to be kidded.
I'm done with him, you guys. Somebody come get him.
We don't come from like a rich background. We come from humble beginnings, right? This is a studio. This is our first studio together. We are one day gonna. I'm about to cut off the video
No,
because you're doing too much.
No, because I just thought about how you said we don't come from a like rich background, and you said like this is our humble beginnings. But then I just thought about before the studio, like way back in the day,
Oh, yeah.
like our upbringing and stuff like that. Because that's what I thought you was talking about. But yeah,
Even that, like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we don't come from a rich background. Like, we out here trying to get it just like you guys are. And I think, kids don't see that. They only see when mommy and daddy has made it, right? Like when they're finally old enough to see, like within the next 5 years, our lives is gonna change. Within the next year, our life is gonna change, right? But kids don't see the struggle and the grind before them, right? The same way we didn't see our parents struggle, and when we came here, we always thought that everything was good and dandy, right? We didn't see them sleeping in the car or being homeless. We didn't see none of that, right? Our child is not going to see that, but with these videos, he's going to see, okay, mommy and daddy lived in a studio apartment and made it work, right? Mommy and daddy had to move back with our auntie and we had to make it work. And that's what all these videos is about. It's not about just documenting our journey in pregnancy. It's about documenting our journey, just an online documentary, so that when everything is said and done, not only would these videos serve a purpose of helping other people, but they'll serve their purpose in, letting our kids and our family know, like, hey, this is what they were doing, right? This is us before the come up, because we are gonna come up.
yeah.
Feel me?
So, yes, I do feel you. Thank you. I also feel Junior squirming like a little worm. So, all I gotta say is 4 more days, God willing.
Yeah, 4 more days.
Oh my God, 4 more days. If he comes on time, that is so crazy. I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, 4 more days.
We,
Hopefully.
Yeah, we are so excited. Oh my gosh. We literally have everything. And I was talking to him about that today because he was like saying, I really don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to move back out north. What's up with my
I don't.
Like, and I was trying to tell, because like when people are feeling some type of way, I try not to just give them like the politically correct response, like, oh, it's going to be okay. And nobody wants to hear that, So
Facts.
I was just trying to tell him, like, hey, if it was up to me, I would stay over here with you. We like our privacy, being able to come home and sleep in our own bed, have our own space, not have to deal with other people, and other people's cleanliness or lack thereof, or whatever the case may be. Not just cleanliness, just other people in general. Drama, it could be anything. But I was telling him, like, we have a son on the way, and at the end of the day, we're just trying to do what's best for him and
Right.
what's best for all of us. Saving up for a car, getting a new place, and stuff like that. And I feel like this transition is really going to work out in our favor and in our child's favor. We don't want to be struggling with rent, struggling with this, struggling with that. We want to just be able to raise our child and have some type of peace of mind. So that's what makes me sleep well at night, like knowing that, hey, we're doing what's best for our son. But I do validate his feelings and see why he feels this way. But he also said today, I'm just blessed for everything we have received. Like, we could have been stuck here. We could have been, your head is cut out a little bit. We could have been struggling with rent. We could have been,
My bad.
oh, you're good. We could have been down bad. But we've received a lot of blessings lately, including the biggest one, our junior, who's going to be here soon. So I'm just really excited and hopeful for the future, and I'm trying to be optimistic. That's another thing with pregnancy. You can't be letting the stress, the anger, all of that get to you. Like, you have to make sure you try your hardest to be positive for you and your baby.
Yeah.
And for your baby daddy.
Yeah, I don't want to move back in with my sister, not because I don't like my sister or my family. It's just sometimes I feel like that's taking a step backwards, you know what I'm saying? And like everything reverts back to money, you know what I'm saying? That's why we need to get better financially, get our pockets straight. I think everybody needs to be better financially, right? Not necessarily with making decisions, but just finding a different ways to create different streams of income and not just relying solely on one job. Going back to like the struggling financially, she just found out today that she doesn't qualify for
Leave and the paid and family leave.
right.
Excuse me. Because of course I would have to had worked over 1,000 hours at my job to get FMLA. Didn't qualify for that. So then there's the state you can go through, and you have to work a minimum of 820 hours. And I was at 790. Like,
Right.
bruh, I was only 30 hours away from the minimum requirement. And if I would have known that, I probably would have tried to work some more hours. But the periods that they calculated are not my most recent hours. They do this weird like quarter thingy. So I think it was like July 2022 through June 2023 where they calculated the hours. So my most recent hours worked wouldn't even qualify me anyway. So I knew I wouldn't have gotten it approved, but I still applied and stuff, just to see what the outcome was. But the outcome was I see how many hours I have now, 790, which I thought I only had like 600. So that's good to know, but I'm prepared. So the worst that could happen, I go back to work early, or earlier than expected. But I have goals and stuff we're trying to do for our family. So if I have to go back to work earlier than expected, I'm making sacrifices for our son and for our family. So
Right.
so be it.
And another thing that I kind of don't like is like for a living, I do the gig economy. So that's DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, a mixture of all of them sometimes at once. And we live literally like running distance away from downtown Seattle, which is a city. We're not the biggest city. Yeah, currently, right? We're not the biggest city in the world in the United States, but Seattle is a pretty big city. So I make the bulk of my money downtown Seattle. And it's convenient for me because I can just either catch the bus or ride my scooters downtown and make my daily quota. But we're moving 30 miles away from where we are currently staying right now. We're moving 30 miles away from the city, so we don't have a car right now. So now I have to figure out a way to get back and forth from where we're moving to back downtown Seattle. Of course, I can catch the bus and all that. It wouldn't, even if we had a car, it wouldn't be convenient for me to drive downtown Seattle and then back out north like that. By the time I do that, my quota is ate up for the day just in gas, right? So, yeah, this move is definitely coming with some different challenges, but it's necessary. And I just got to figure some stuff out too because the gig economy and all that shit, I don't want to do it no more. I do know what I want to do in my life. I do know the vision that I have for me as well as my family. Everything takes time, right? Everything in life takes time. Nothing's going to happen overnight. So you have to find something that you can do to sustain you and your family until whatever it is that you are chasing comes to fruition. And if I got to go get a standard 9 to 5 again, it is what it is. I have my CDL Class A. I don't want to drive trucks again. I'd be damned if I literally drive over the road across the country when we have a child. Like, that's not going to happen. So it is what it is. If I got to drive buses for a living while still chasing whatever I got to do, it is what it
For
is.
a living.
Yeah.
Not for a living.
I can.
For temporarily, yeah.
All I know is I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna make money. But yeah, definitely don't want to move from here, but it's necessary. One some things that I'm grateful about, and I'm sure she's grateful about, is if you guys watched a few of our last videos, we made a video pretty much disclosing that we were behind on our rent and kind of struggling a little bit financially, but by the grace of God, she was able to contact some resources and we got our back rent paid plus this current month's rent paid, which is January's rent, right? So we have a clean slate to just move out of here. But if she didn't do that, and if we didn't get approved for those outside resources, we would technically be trapped here, and then she wouldn't be able to work. Or she wouldn't be able to work because we're having a child, and
Huh?
you wouldn't be able to work because you
I
have to.
wouldn't
Yeah,
be able to not work.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to work.
Or
You wouldn't be able to work because you would have to be here with the child, and you would have to heal.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Plus, now that we just found out that you wouldn't be getting paid for leave, all the financial responsibility would be placed upon me, which I don't have a problem with, but it would be kind of hard. But being that we're moving back in with family, I don't have to bear all that stress and know like, oh damn, I gotta go out here in the rain and on the scooter and do all this other stuff to keep a roof over our head. We're gonna have a roof over our head, like period now, because we're with family and the bills are gonna be tremendously low. It's not as high as they're gonna be just with us. So all this stuff happened at the right time. And I just wanted to say, like, hey, life. Sometimes life will present its own challenges, but when you need stuff to happen, it will, like the universe, God, whatever you believe in, it'll come through. He will come through for sure and bless you. You feel me? So
It's a lot to be grateful for. The good
Yeah.
definitely outweighs the bad. I wouldn't say it's bad, but I'm thankful.
yeah,
We have each other. We have a bundle of joy coming to be very. See, being pregnant, like, it's a lifetime of happiness. Like, knowing that you have a child on the way that's healthy, happy, kicking. It's just every day I wake up very, like, with something to look forward to. And when he gets here, that's going to be, like, even better. Just looking at him, seeing him, waking up to him every morning. It used to be him that I wake up to. Oh, but now, Junior's coming, so. Or maybe both of them, but.
whatever.
So that just keeps me going. Like, when I hear people say, like, parents say, oh, yeah, my child is what keeps me going, I'm like, at first, I'm like, wait, how does that work? But now, like, becoming a parent, I see exactly why they say that. Like, their child motivates them and, keeps them going,
Definitely, like, he's definitely motivated me, because you don't have time to, like, be in a pity potty. You know what I'm saying? Like, when your child gets here, you got to go out there and get it. I caught myself kind of getting into one of those today. Like, damn, like, bro, what am I about to do? Like, all the bills don't stop because you are feeling some type of way. The bills gonna keep coming through, and it's like, I don't want to do this gig economy shit anymore, and I also don't want to go get a job that's just working 40, 50 hours a week doing something I hate doing. Like, I don't want to do that shit, but
Right.
like, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Like, I gotta bust moves. We have to bust moves. It's no time to be overthinking. It's no time to be like, oh, I feel like X, Y, and Z. Like, you have to go out there and make it happen. So luckily I've made investments within myself. Like I told you guys earlier, I got my class A's. Like I can always go do something with those license. And that's another thing. Make
with
sure
those
that's license.
he said with those license, you can always do something with that license. And also my feet are starting.
Stop correcting me on camera.
My feet are starting to hurt, so we gonna have to wrap it up.
Shit. You always be making me lose my thought. Let me just bask.
You left off at I got those license.
It's not funny. Dang. Do you always have to correct me every time?
No.
Just let me slide. Let me be, yeah, like that.
Would you rather somebody else correct you? On
Yeah,
the internet,
let them correct me.
Okay.
Just this once.
Who?
Let them correct me just this once, and then you can get back to it.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, your feet is hurting though. Anything else you want to say?
No. You continue what you were saying. I got a few little minutes left in me.
I forgot what I was saying.
You were talking about those license.
Yes, make sure that you invest in yourself. Whether that's going to get some type of trade, whether that's going to get some extra education. Always make these investments in your future so that if and when something does or doesn't happen in your favor, you always have something to fall back on if that's what you want to do. Everybody keep telling me, you got the CDL, go over there and do this. My mom always telling me, hey, you can drive buses with me. I'm like, Mom, with all due respect, I don't want to do that shit. Like, I don't want to deal with these people, these druggies all on a bus all day. I've been there, have to beat one of them people up, and I'm going to get fired anyways. So don't want to do that. But I do know what I want to do. We know what we want to do. And until that happens, we got to do what we have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
You want to give them a little walkthrough before we end the video?
Look at my belly.
Your belly.
4 days.
Look at you. So this is our bed right here, the little Murphy bed. That bed that was cheap as hell. Y'all don't ever buy a Murphy bed. They're cheap.
That wasn't. You gotta pull it down. You pull it down.
Oh yeah, you gotta pull it down. But this is our little studio, y'all.
Get my booty in the camera.
This is our little studio.
Oh.
Look at you playing games.
Get my little pregnant booty in the camera. Once this baby come, I'm getting my booty back in shape. So it may look like it's getting kind of flat now, but watch.
Ain't that crazy that we were living in here?
No, we had somewhere to stay.
Yeah, the bare minimum. We had a roof over our head.
No, this ain't the bare minimum. I've seen the bare minimum.
Yeah, facts.
In places that like Auntie Lisa's place.
Oh my God. You over here name dropping this shit? It could be anybody watching these videos.
Auntie Lisa's place that looked like a prison cell. I don't care if she hear me. She ain't gonna see this.
This closet right here, y'all, man, we had to make this. Look at this closet, y'all. This closet is so small, but we made it work.
Oh, that little...
With that little closet.
What looked like could have been a closet.
Right. Our little restroom. With the light that went out.
I like the restroom. The cabinet was really big.
So when we look back 2-3 years later, this is where we at.
I ain't looking back.
Right.
Leaving.
Moving forward, you ready to get up out of here?
And ain't looking back. And it's a cold winter.
Right.
So it's like, what, 19 degrees outside?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And we packing this stuff in slave conditions? Like,
girl.
And, and Junior, guess who we're doing it for? You. And you're going to see this years from now. I'm going to have gray hairs.
He ain't gonna be that damn old.
I already have gray hairs anyway.
Come on, gray hairs like you 50 or something.
I already got some. Yeah, so, okay, whatever.
All right, any last words?
Thank you guys so much for the love and support. You guys are sweetie pies. We see your comments, and we try to respond to everybody's comments, except for the stupid comments. But thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.